Michael. This is Stevie Wilson for LAstory.com. I know that Valentine's Day is coming, and while you might be thinking that that's got to be the be-all and end-all of your special, treatment for somebody for one night, maybe I'd like to shift that around. Maybe you don't want to do it necessarily on Valentine's Day because it's going to cost a lot more no matter what it is, unless you make it at home, that's even better because we've got Laura in the kitchen. She's a YouTube cooking star who does all kinds of great recipes, but we're going to talk about date night rather than Valentine's Day because I believe that you're more likely to have a date night at home as the mood strikes you, and you can actually make it more fun and get babysitter maybe or a friend to take the kids, go off to a movie, but come home and have a great dinner before or after. And so we've got some opportunity here to talk with Laura about what to make and how to make it and make it affordable. So how are you today, Laura?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm kind of, Valentine's Day has me creeped out.
I hear that a lot. But, like you mentioned, Valentine's Day shouldn't be the only day of the year you do something special for someone you love. You should make date night a regular in your household because it's good for the soul. It's good to reconnect, whether it's with you and your partner or even as a family. Sometimes it's good to kind of shut off everything from the outside and just take the time to reconnect with your family and enjoy a special evening together.
I agree, and I think I'm seeing a lot more people because they're food and making food and sharing it and making craft kinds of things, whether it's cocktails or special recipes that they've adapted for their own use based on what they like, are really doing that more at home rather than going out and spending a lot of money in a restaurant.
Totally. I think that's the great thing about date nights in is that you can customize anything to your preference. I mean, you can really, first of all, it's a lot more cost effective. Let's be very honest. I mean, you can go to a restaurant and spend 25, 30 bucks a person for something that you could have made better yourself. So for me, having a date night in just means that I can tailor everything to what I like. I can make the kind of food I really enjoy. I can play the kind of music I want to hear instead of being in a really loud restaurant and feeling overwhelmed. I don't have to pay, 15, 20 bucks just to park my car. And you know what? If you have kids and you might not be able to find a babysitter for your kids, then just include them in it and do a fun activity with your kids. You don't have to have anyone watch your pets. It's just a lot easier and it's an all around a lot better of an experience to have a date night. And it takes the stress of having to go out for dinner, it takes it all out. You don't have to worry about what to wear, where to park, is the weather going to be nice, am I going to be walking in the rain. It just takes all of that out of the equation, making it for a really fun evening with the one you love most.
Exactly. Now, what happens if this suddenly becomes a spur-of-the-moment event, which is actually some of the nicest ways of doing this, but how do you plan a meal when you are pretty much up against the wall?
I've been there so many times, and I'm so excited today because I partnered up with Conagra Foods and created 2 recipes that are really great for any occasion and that both adults and kids really enjoy. So again, you can make that date night in experience as a family date night in, and you can assure that everyone will enjoy the same thing rather than having to make 4 different dishes. Starting with my lemon butter roasted chicken, which is just absolutely delicious. The chicken and the sauce is all made in one skillet, makes for a really easy cleanup, which is great because you don't want to spend time in the kitchen having to clean and having to cook for hours. And I love serving it with Alexia Foods roasted potatoes. Just spray your baking sheet with a little bit of Pam and just pop the potatoes in the oven and they will roast up alongside the chicken perfectly, making sure that they're both done at the same time. So that's one option. And for the pasta lover in your family, I'm a pasta lover. I cannot help it. Any date night, any special occasion would not be complete without pasta in my opinion. My mother's pasta with pancetta and pickled peppers is just absolutely divine. And kids love pasta, adults love pasta, everyone I know loves pasta. So it's always a hit. And I love using Hunt's tomato sauce as my base because Hunt's tomatoes are grown in sunny California and picked and canned within hours of being picked. I know I'm gonna get a really good product. I know it's gonna be really sweet, and when it cooks together, it's just a perfect marriage of flavors. And either recipe is just going to be a hit on your table, and they both just require like 40 minutes from start to finish, from prep to table. You can make things even easier on yourself by going to instacart.com, ordering your ingredients, and having them delivered in as little as 2 hours. So there you go. No shopping.
I love that.
I know.
Well, first off, I know Alexia potatoes because I've actually used those. Those are great.
Oh, they're just the best. They're so easy. When I have those on hand and when I know I'm going to make those as a side dish, I don't have to worry about whether or not something's going to cook properly or what I'm going to serve as a side. It's just easy and perfect every single time.
Well, yeah, and you can always keep it in your freezer, so it's one of those, like extra things that you have in your pantry, but this is actually extra stuff you have in your freezer, which makes so much more sense. And I love Instacart. Instacart is just such a great way of getting the freshest, best food and get it delivered quickly and not having to schedule it days in advance. I mean, you can, but, I'm just saying that if you're up against a wall in terms of time and it's short time frame, you can actually get this all done and get as much done as you possibly can while you wait for the rest of it to show up.
Exactly. It just makes life so much easier. I can't even tell you how much easier it's made my life.
Absolutely. Now, what other embellishments can we use to make dinner special?
Well, any date night, whether it's for two of you or for your whole family, any date night would just not be complete, in my opinion, without something sweet. And when it comes to a romantic date night, I gotta have some chocolate. I cannot help myself. It is just, I feel like anytime there's a chocolate dessert, I just instantly know it's a special occasion. And 70% of millennials say that chocolate is the most romantic dessert. So when you want to make something, when you want to have a special date night and you want to make an evening feel really special, end it with something chocolatey. You can make something like my chocolate mousse with chocolate pâte de crème or my raspberry chocolate tart. Really easy recipes, but really pack that wow factor. Put a little bit of Ready Whip on it and you just will be in business and have just the most incredible finish to your dinner you cannot even imagine.
Oh, I love this. This sounds great. Any tips that we can get in terms of finding more date night inspiration, other ideas? You've got a blog, right?
I have my website on laurainthekitchen.com. I have over 800 recipes, so there's got to be something there that inspires you to have a romantic date night in. You can also go to forkful.com and check out the recipes there. Anywhere you go, I'm sure you'll feel inspired to have a really romantic, special evening with the one you love.
Absolutely, because to me this is based on what's going on in my family. I think since we're all going to be sick with the flu, we're not going out. And I don't even know if we're going to have more than soup at this point. Well, but we can celebrate it later.
Exactly. That's the beauty about date night. That is the beauty of date night. You see, you can celebrate it whenever your heart desires.
Exactly. And then we can also, either stream a movie or put the kid, like, our daughter's older, but still, we can tell her, you can go watch a movie that you want. We'll pick up the tab and we'll go get something off of Netflix and watch that.
Perfect. See, look at that. Perfect. Say nice and cozy.
It's very affordable, people. Yeah, exactly. So that we can stay comfortable and we don't have to go out necessarily. And it doesn't mean that you can't achieve some privacy. It's just a matter of getting creative and setting it in motion. So people, we will have links to Laura's blog on the website, including her YouTube page and all that good stuff. We will have all the links to all these other things that we've been talking about. Laura, thank you for these great ideas. This makes it easy. And really what I'm trying to do is get people to spend more time together doing things, particularly if they could do dinner prep together, because then that's more fun.
I couldn't agree with you more. I could not agree with you more. It just brings you together. It's a great activity to do, and it's good all around. Like I said, it's good for the soul.
It is, and it makes you feel good because you've put something beautiful on the table, and it's like sometimes I really enjoy cooking and other times I don't. And when I'm really inspired, it really helps to have easy to get ingredients and knowing that you're getting the best ingredients without it breaking your budget.
Absolutely.
And this is one way to do that, which is really, really cool. Thank you for sharing all this, Laura. We really appreciate it. This is Stevie Wilson for LA Story. People, wishing you a great Valentine's Day. You'll find more gifts and things like that if you want on the blog, but really the most important thing here is get into the mood of cooking.
Absolutely.
And do it at home and save yourself some money. And this is Stevie Wilson for LA Story saying see you soon, people. Bye.
Thank you.